When looking at the early church, the original followers of the way of Messiah, one sees how intensely they were despised by both the Edomites and the Romans. They even tried to kill the Messiah himself before he was born, under the Roman-appointed King Herod, who was an Edomite. What we are left with is an important question that many fail to answer. If the Edomites and the Romans hated Yeshua's followers from the very beginning and spent nearly 300 years trying to exterminate them entirely, how could it be that the first early church fathers were Roman themselves? If the Roman Church is considered by many today to be the earliest Christian church, why were they so adamant in killing the followers of Messiah in the first place? And what changed? Brothers and sisters, let us investigate and truly attempt to reveal not only why these historic persecutions took place, but perhaps even more importantly, the true name of who was being persecuted in those days. You may just find that there is a prophetic significance in knowing the true name of the first followers of the way, and how prophecy reveals what they would be called in the end times. So how did the early followers of Messiah go from being outcast, accused of heresy, and even killed for over 300 years, to being supposedly accepted by the Edomites and Romans after the Edict of Milan? Was there a dramatic shift in Roman theology during this time? Or was there a more sinister scheme taking place? The very first followers of the way never referred to themselves as Christians at all, but by another name that we will closely examine today that holds deep prophetic roots. Many of you may recall that Acts 11:26 tells us the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. However, what you may not know is that Antioch is considered to be the site of the first Gentile church by Christian history, as it was an ancient Greek city ruled by the Roman Republic as early as 64 BC. It was the Greeks and Romans who called these non-Hebrew followers of the way Christians in Antioch. But still, that is not what the first followers, including the apostles and their followers, called themselves. In fact, some historians point to the likelihood of it being Ignatius that coined this term of Christian, as he was establishing his own authority as bishop in Antioch during that very time. But the original followers were known in history and in scripture as the Nazarene, often poorly translated as Nazarenes by future scribes and historians.